Okay, welcome to another battle report by Ragnoff. This is round 2 of the RTT we played. And after winning round 1 as well as I did, I was matched up against the second person with the person with the second highest battle points, which was the wood I had the highest. So here's kind of the overlay. You'll see that there's a hill over there, and exactly where that hill's placed made a big difference. There's the hard cover down at the near side, hills on the other side. That little circular black is the added forest from the treeman. And as I'm looking at the overall layout here, he's got most of his units over behind those trees over in the corner, and I was thinking that what I could do is take in the cavalry, my large, my general, and the one Saurus unit there. My pterodons, which are back in the trees, were expected to fly up, and I was thinking I could kind of flush that corner into the middle where my stegodon and the two large units of Sauruses were. That you cannot flush wood elves. They outmaneuver you. It's really hard to force their movement, and they have enough shooting. It can be nasty. So let me go through the units. Okay, we have some Way Watchers over here, and then the Glade Riders are the horses to the right. The horses to the left are Wild Riders, then a small unit of Dryads. The back unit next to the Wild Riders is War Dancers, and then the Glade Guard. They're both of his nobles that he had were Altar Nobles, the ones that they're nasty. They can't join other people, but they get an extra attack, and they have a base move of 9. This one has the arcane bodkins and the bow that lets him shoot as many times as he has attacks, so he's shooting 5 armor-piercing arrows, or 5 arrows that ignore armor. So left of the Glade Guard are Dryads. He'd forgotten originally to deploy his mage, who ends up being right behind the Glade Guard there. The mage is the only non-altar noble. Altar nobles can't be generals, so the mage is his general. So the far right there was the Dryads already mentioned. He has some Treekin in the back. The other altar noble is here. The other one's the Lord level. This is the hero level. He's got his Treeman, some more War Dancers, more Glade Guard, and some more Dryads on the left. So the multiple small unit thing, they're just going to dance and dodge around you unless they can pounce. This is the same thing. My setup, I have my cavalry with full command here hiding behind the hill on round 1, and the general on the Carnosaur. We decided only the top of the part of the hill was the hill. The slope around the outside was just ground. We kind of diced off if it was a 2-level hill or if it was a 1-level. It ended up being a 1-level. Then my Sauruses. My mage has joined that unit so that he can... I actually rolled the spell that gives you protection from shooting, gives you a ward save against shooting, and I thought I might use that here. So I have my Skirmisher Skinks and my Pterodons. For some reason I was under the impression you couldn't use tree singing at unless I was within 24 inches, and I wasn't. He said that you could use tree singing at anywhere on the tabletop. I didn't know that. Even woods you couldn't see, so otherwise I wouldn't have deployed in the wood. But then I have 2 units of Sauruses. I have my battle standards in that little skink there, my Stegodon, the Crocscur unit, and my Salamander unit. Okay, Wood Elf turn 1. Things shift up a little bit to make sure they have shots. His Altar Noble is in the woods there, right behind the Glade Guard. And I'm really nervous about that ignore armor save. But I forgot it's only strength 3. So he shoots at the Carnosaur. He shoots at the Carnosaur most of the game. He usually hits all 5 times, but needs to roll 6s to wound and generally fails to wound. So that's most of the game. The Way Watchers are setting up for me to come over. They do take a few shots. Also with this guy, same problem. On the other side, he pushes forward with both the Glade Guard to get shots in. See, for example, here, again, the blurry picture problem. I have a cheap camera, and I'm not obviously very good at these pictures yet. I'm focusing on the Glade Guard, so the camera's cheap enough that my units are way out of focus. His Dryads start coming out. I'm I forgot that the Dryads were immune to psychology. So my initial thoughts here is I'm just going to go up and lay the flame templates over the Dryads, burn a couple, and they'll run off the table. Yep, that doesn't happen. So on my turn, it's all full speed ahead. If I hang back, I'm just going to get torn to shreds, so I just need to get there as fast as I can. I figure he doesn't have all that many shooters over here. I'm going to try to just give him too many targets to shoot at and hope I survive. I push forward on this side as well. My salamanders don't do much of anything. Everybody else just moves too far to shoot. My magic is dispelled. On his first turn, those two tree singers, it cost me one dispel scroll, but I was able to keep him from ripping up my guys in the woods. So going on to turn 2, and this is where I'm expecting things to start happening. And what happens is this whole army backs up. And at this point I realize he's just not going to engage me. I know my general's big, icky, nasty combat guy. And if he can just avoid him, so this is where I'm thinking pin him in the corner and kill him, or flush him out of the corner near my other guys. You'll see later that doesn't really work all that well. The shooting is fairly brutal. The Altar Noble at this time changes his shots over to the Sauruses, which he needs 5s to wound, and they don't have armor saves. Between the Way Watchers and the Altar Noble, 3 of the 5 cavalry die. So on this side, he brings those Dryads up right in front of me. He actually said he expected me to charge, but I only have 2 attacks each with these guys. They are strength 5 hits, but he's got the ward save. I know I'll get torn apart if I charge, so I have no intention of charging. He'll end up getting 5 guys. So I'm going to... you can see most everything else doesn't move except for that other Altar Noble moves up because he's got the Hail of Doom arrow. The shooting is fairly brutal. I lose a whole bunch. I take a wound on the crossguard and just lose a whole bunch of these little skinks here. And it's kind of out of arc, but the Altar Noble has a line at my 3 Pterodons and launches the Hail of Doom and kills 2 of the 3 Pterodons. So at this point I'm taking losses, but I'm hoping, not this turn, but next turn, most of my army will be in conflict. So my turn 2, start declaring charges. My Carnosaur can just see that Glade Guard, and he's close enough to the edge of the woods, he's going to be in reach, so I charge there. I really don't mind overrunning into the wood if that's what happens. He's meant to get into it, so we're going to try to get into it. My cavalry charge the Way Watchers. Even if only one of the guys gets there, he's the champion, he has 4 attacks. I'm really hoping both of them get there. I know that's not particularly likely. And what ends up happening is that I run up and the Glade Guard run, and with the woods I don't successfully catch them. Now had we broken from pursuit I would ignore the woods, but when charging you'd still count the woods, so I don't get there. But because those troops are fleeing, my one remaining one lone Pterodon jumps into the woods there, because if they rally they won't be able to shoot him. I'm an inch away from them and the other shooters can't see him. I'm bringing my Saurus unit up to support the general. I do lose one of the 2 chargers, so the banner's gone. The champion gets there, kills 2 Way Watchers, but they hold.